Alright, Cindy, let's continue our lesson. And this is the grammar part of today's lesson. In this grammar part, we're going to learn comparatives and superlatives. So you already have some idea about this grammatical topic from our previous lessons. And what we're going to do now is we will kind of review the things you learned in the past, and it will be a good chance for you to revise and to kind of memorize the things to be ready for the upcoming activities. All right, let's start. So first off, we're going to take a look at comparatives. Before we learned comparatives with you, and one of the main words when making comparative sentence is then. We use then to compare one thing with another. For example, this year the carnival will be better than ever. So the adjective good is used here. The comparative form of good is better. Next is the superlatives. You know, we normally use the definite article before the superlative adjective. And for short adjectives, for adjectives that has one syllable, we normally add est or st at the end to make it superlative. For example, it's the largest street festival in the UK. The largest is the superlative form of large. Next one. It's the most exciting event in London every year. The most exciting. So, if you remember, you learned from your past lessons that for adjectives with more than one syllable, we use most before the adjective in superlative form. And as usual, the definite article comes before the word most. So the most exciting. Now, this is the next grammatical topic, which is as. We use as to show that there is no difference between two people or two things. That means they are equal, they are similar. And we normally use the simple form of the adjective between as. So let's take a look at this example. It's as colorful as the carnival in Rio, which means it's similar to the carnival, like it's talking about one carnival that is similar to the carnival in Rio. Next is the negative form of as, and it is not as, to show that there is a difference between two people or two things. So this is basically a negative sentence, and let's take a look at this example sentence. The Notting Hill Carnival is not as big as the carnival in Rio. So this shows that these two things, which is Notting Hill Carnival and a carnival in Rio, is not similar. They are different because the carnival in Notting Hill is not as big as the carnival in Rio. The carnival in Rio is bigger. Do you understand? Great. All right, now let's move on. Here we're going to look at some more examples for as structure. So Brian, Cindy, can you read the example sentence, please? Sue as tall as Betty. So we've got is here. Sue is as tall as Betty. So if we look at these pictures, you can see this is Sue and this is Betty. And we can see their height is almost the same. So we're saying Sue is as tall as Betty. Next example. Mary is not as tall as Sue. So we look at Mary and Sue and we can see a difference in their heights. We can see that Mary is shorter than Sue. So we're saying Mary is not as tall as Sue. Alright, now let's move on. We're going to skip this one. Now let's do this one. So here we're going to compare these three girls. Now, can you read their names, please, Cindy, first? First one is Karen, Jenny, and Tara. So let's take a look at these sentences and try to find the differences among these three girls. The first sentence has already been done for us. So if you look at the example sentence, it says, Jenny is not as old as Tara. So Jenny, if you look at Jenny, from her face, she looks younger. And Tara looks a bit older than Jenny, doesn't she? So we can see that Jenny is younger than Tara. Next, 2. So can you try to do the second sentence? Very good. So it's Jenny is as, do you think it's as or as? Yeah, you're right. So Jenny is not as old as Karen, right? Because she looks younger. Next sentence, number 3. Very good. So Karen's hair is as long as Jenny's hair. They both have long hair, right? Great. Next, number 4. Tara's hair is not as long as Karen's hair because Karen's hair is longer. Number 5. Very good. Jenny is not as tall as Karen. Correct. Well done, Cindy. And the last one. Correct. Very good. Tara is as tall as Jenny. So you can take a look at their heights. They are almost the same. Great. Well done, Cindy. This is the end for today, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.